Okay, I'm a bit stressed because college is closed, programs are closed,
Till
day
Monday.
structure. Well, all of next week too, you have spring break, and that means mom is on call. So I just thought, how do I ever write about that? How do I ever tell someone who has not spent a day with you what it is, and
knows how I tick.
who knows how you tick? And so I had the idea, my blog post, part of my book perhaps even, would be From Heaven to Hell, life or a day with my autistic spectrum daughter Sarina.
Yeah.
And then I asked you, and you, you look like an angel right here. So how can it be hell?
Well, as in, I can come across as a little girl, even though I don't mean to.
Mm-hmm.
Being on the spectrum means I can become an octopus for something that I want, even though you are like, but my autistic brain's like, but, and then you become like a rubber band, stretching, pop.
Yeah. So that in our text, in my text, we are leaving the car because we have to run an errand, and we have a tract, or what is it called? We have a pact.
Deal.
We go a deal. Thank you. We go in, buy 2 things, and go out. And what happens? And you say yes. And then we go in.
At last second, I mentioned my wish, even though I was the one standing outside by the Girl Scouts cookie stand, even though I could have legged it in there with you and done what I wanted to do alongside you.
No, that's just one little tiny thing. That's not quite hell. But hell is when the moment we step out of the car, you are disappearing. You are not doing 1 errand or 2 errands, you just disappear. And I have my 2 errands. I'm at the cash register and you are nowhere to be found. So I'm chasing throughout the store, or go back into the car and sit there waiting for you. And what are you doing? Where are you getting stuck? Can you tell us? Are you on or off right now?
I'm a lot of times getting stuck in the beauty aisle.
You're getting stuck in the beauty aisle, reading labels, checking things out.
Yeah, reading brands.
And describe to me, how can you in a minute or in a second forget that we just said we stick together and we only hold the 2 things and get the 2 things and go home?
That's what I say, I can really easily get tunnel vision, and then you're like, ah!
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Come again? Didn't catch that. And you're like, Goldilocks, let's go.
Goldilocks is gone and mom is chasing after you, and I'm spending 2 hours for something that usually could be done in 10 minutes. That's hell for me. What do you think is hell? Or describe heaven. Give us
Heaven is when we're working in sync.
When we are working in sync. Like we are in the flow.
Yes.
Does that happen?
Not enough.
Not enough. And how does it happen? What?
When I get my autism spectrum brain to actually sync with yours, easier said than done. Normal brain, autism spectrum neurons, cat and mouse. Yeah.
Cat and mouse, yeah. It is very true how you said that. So if we are doing things in sync, that's when it's easy. And what describe hell from your perspective? Or what? No, I don't know that I don't know. There are 2 questions. One is from your perspective.
When I get television, even though I know you want me somewhere else, I'm like, brain, unglue yourself.
And what do you think?
Would you please?
What do you think from my perspective? What makes it hell from my perspective?
You're thinking unglue yourself, even though I'm thinking I don't mean to glue myself.
Onto what?
Onto whatever I'm reading or per se looking at.
So you are attaching. You are attaching yourself to something.
Yeah, my personal pet peeve is, oh my gosh, the at some drugstores. Oof.
What is with that?
To say, I love looking at some crime novels sometimes, and then you're like, ah.
Then you forget the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't have to get so specific, but it's like you get on with your things, forgetting what the contract was
Yeah,
with me.
deal.
Yeah. And that happens how often?
Can we get
How
this wrapped up?
Yeah. How often does that happen?
Way too much.
Thank you. So my blog post, Heaven to Hell, agree with that? What did you had a different
Heaven to
idea.
Hellfire.
Heaven to Hellfire in?
1 minute.
Thank you. Heaven to Hellfire in 1 minute is like coming.
Check it out on WordPress.
You can't check it out yet, it has to be written. Or
When
I
it's
have
written.
to be interviewed and I can tell
When
you
it's written.
everything about it. To the end, if you open the door and you close the door, what is the prayer I'm sending after you?
Don't make a racket.
Don't make a racket. That's
Peter
one
saying-
thing, no, that's one thing that's hell. You are shutting the door like I'm deaf on this side. If I'm not really railing you in, you are have no sense of what's hard and what's soft, right?
Yeah. Perception.
That's perception. That's
Sensory,
part of,
sensory perception.
yeah, that's,
Sensory.
and a few more. So let's wrap it
Yeah,
up.
so
6 minutes,
for those of
goodbye,
you-
heaven and hell.
Hang in there. The WordPress blog is coming.
We have a little hell now. Get out of the house, of the
Goodbye,
car,
auf Wiedersehen.
and softly
Goodbye.